Hello again, everyone, and welcome to another episode on Let's Talk About Us with Uche. Before we get started, as usual, please, if you're new to my podcast, please share, download, like, share with your friends and families. If you're new to my YouTube channel, please like, share, subscribe, share with your families, subscribe and hit the bell notification so that whenever I upload a video or a new episode, you'll be notified right away. And please visit my website at www.letstalkaboutus.org. Visit my social media platforms on Facebook. I am Let's Talk About Us with Uche on Facebook, Instagram, Let's Talk with Uche. To everyone who supported me so far, who shared my videos, my podcast, who has sent or even told me verbally, giving me some constructive criticisms, thank you very much. I do appreciate you. You're definitely help motivate me, reinforce my passion, and please join me on this journey as I grow to get better in what I'm doing. Thank you very much, every single one of you. I do appreciate you. So I decided I'm going to start a mini series, which is outside the normal podcast that I'm going to be doing. But I feel like some of these topics that I'm going to be discussing are going to kind of be bunched together. So I'm starting a new series, a mini series, and this will be the first episode in the mini-series. So this mini-series is titled Things You Should Invest In. Things You Should Invest In. And today is going to be the first episode on this mini-series. I'm titling it Purpose or Sense of Purpose. So again, mini-series is Things You Should Invest In. Episode 1 is Sense of Purpose or just purpose in general. So the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because I have been through a lot of things. Even though I'm very young, I've seen a whole lot of things. I've had to endure a whole lot of things in my life. And I know at a really young age, I didn't really have a sense of purpose. And that was quite dangerous because it didn't really provide me with any type of direction, any type of sense of direction. I didn't know where I was going. There was no one there to point me in the right direction for a long time. And now, thankfully, thank God, I've been able to change a whole lot of my fate. And I've become way more confident, way more educated, way more emotionally intelligent. Then I'm starting to see things a little bit more clearer. And because a part of that is I look around me and I see a lot of people, young and old, who lack a sense of purpose. And it's quite sad looking at people who are just almost like, saying that they're free balling through life, which is quite dangerous because when you don't have a sense of purpose, anything goes, and that's not healthy at all. And I feel like this is most applicable to young people. A lot of young people, you want to utilize every single opportunity you have to grow and prepare yourself for tomorrow. Me personally, I'm a person who thinks of tomorrow. I think of longevity. I think 10, 20, 30, 40 years from today, if I get to live that long. So I think it's very important to maximize your potential as a person by preparing for tomorrow, today. So purpose here is having a sense of why you're created. Why are you here? Why were you put in this world? Again, in order for you to understand this, you have to transcend more than the metaphysical. You have to go much deeper into yourself as a person. What is it that you're created in this world to do? If you've been listening to my past episodes, I've talked about how none of us is a mistake. We're all purposely here. There's a reason why we're here. We may not necessarily comprehend this reason, but that reason definitely does exist. So what is your purpose here as a human being? Doesn't matter how different you are, your skin color, your gender, your ethnicity, sexual orientation, nationality, doesn't matter. There's a reason why you're here, and that's not a mistake. What is your purpose? Now, I'm not a psychologist at all. I don't have any type of formal education, academia in psychology or sociology, but I've managed to compile a few things that you probably should need in the pursuit of this journey. A lot of this is from introspection, observation, reading, research, and some of those things. The first thing that you're going to need is goal. You need to have a sense of goal. Goal here is your aim. What do you hope to achieve? What does success look like to you when you get to where you're going to? What is that goal that's going to give you satisfaction? The end product that's going to give you satisfaction. When you look back, you're like, you know what? I did it. I was able to impact this. I was able to do this because that was my purpose. If you're able to quantify your purpose, your goal will be that quantification. The next thing you're going to need is direction. Direction is or are things that are going to lead you to that goal. What are some of the things? What are the availabilities, the opportunities available for you to excel, for you to get to that goal, for you to reach there? What are some of those things that are going to help you get to that goal? That is direction. You need to have a sense of direction. The next thing you're going to need is structure. Structure here are things that you're going to need while you're walking towards that path of growth. Structure is different from direction. Structure are things that you're going to need while you're heading that direction. Structure, you need structure. Structure provides discipline. It helps you compartmentalize your progress while you're walking the direction towards your goal. And the last thing that you're going to need is a support system. Support system is everything and everyone that supports your goal, that supports your cause, and try to add to it. So the way I like to rationalize this is, let's say that your purpose, you're going for a trip. You're going for a trip somewhere in Dallas. And the purpose of this trip is you're going to be meeting up with grandma. Grandma is a purpose, right? So the goal here will be to get there and meet grandma. That is the end goal, to get there and meet grandma. The direction will be the freeways, the freeways that will lead you to grandma's home in Dallas. Let's say you're traveling from, New York to Dallas. So the freeways from New York to Dallas is the direction. The structure here would be the actual driving or flying if you decide to fly, but the actual process of driving to grandma's house, that's the structure. And then lastly will be the support system. The support system will be everything you need in order for you to travel that direction. There'll be the car, there'll be maps, the GPS, the gasoline, the food. Those will be the support system. In my own personal life, I'm still trying to figure out my purpose, but I feel like I naturally gravitate towards giving back. Like I said, I've been through a whole lot of things. I've seen through a lot of things, and I've made so much mistakes in my life, and I'm still trying to figure this out. I'm nowhere perfect at all, but I feel like a lot of my experiences in life has definitely prepared me for what I'm doing right now. And I believe that my purpose in life is being able to give back to some of the minority groups that I identify as. And looking back into my life, when I look back at the younger version of me, I would have wished that I had somebody who was there to share with me some of these things, to provide me with these structures, to provide me with this. And for the most part, I did, even though that structure and the support system came later on, But I remember being a 5-year kid, a 7-year kid, a 10-year kid, and not having a whole lot of support system, not having a lot of information at all. When you're a child, you're really limited in resources, you're limited in direction, you're limited in everything. So I feel like that's my purpose in life, to be able to give back to some of these people that remind me of my old self. So now, going back to the example I gave, the goal here would be to impact lives, give back to all the minority communities that I identify as. The direction here will be the opportunities like social media, my podcast platforms, the internet, YouTube. These are the directions that I can use to elevate myself, to reach the minority groups or the lives that I do want to impact. Those are the direction. The structure here will be actively using those platforms, actively using the internet, actively, recording my podcast. And a lot of this structure comes from passion. And whenever I have that passion in me, I start writing, I start reading, I start recording. That will be the structure. And then lastly, the support system here would be my loved ones, my well-wishers, families, friends, friends that I've adopted as families, people who have supported me, people who think that I deserve a spot, who think that I have what it takes in order to make the difference that I'm trying to make. Those are the well-wishers. Those are my support system. I do understand that a lot of people don't have a sense of purpose, and like I mentioned earlier, this is quite dangerous. But one way to overcome this is soul searching. I've talked about soul searching on my previous podcast, but soul searching is very, 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 very important. And I honestly suggest that every single one, young and old, but especially young people, to soul search. The path of soul searching can be often lonely and quite painful, and I know this for sure because I've walked that path. Look into yourself as a person. Look into yourself as a person. What makes you tick? Why are you here? That is soul searching. What are you here for? Research if you don't know how to research, and make sure you're unplugged from every single thing that you know, because I feel like, again, if you've listened to my episode on War Against Spirituality, I feel like everything around you is carefully orchestrated to to basically change your mind, or at least distract you from your actual purpose, on a spiritual level. So you need to unplug from every single form of distraction, research, go on a path of discovery, and find out who you are. And it's very important that I mentioned that in order for you to achieve that, you must be open-minded. You must be open-minded and look within your soul. What are some of the things that you naturally gravitate towards? What kind of qualities do you have as a person? And what qualities do you think you need to work on? What qualities do you think can prevent you from your purpose, from whatever it is that you have to do, you're supposed to do in this world? And what are you actively doing in order for you to correct those qualities? Those negative qualities are preventing you from elevating and fulfilling your purpose in life. Like I've mentioned, spirituality is something that's helped me and continues to help me. It's given me a sense of direction. But another thing I like to talk about, with my friends and family is the Myers-Briggs personality test. I'm going to make sure to put a link down below for anyone who's interested. But basically, Myers-Briggs personality test is basically a test that groups every single human being on this planet into 16 different personalities. And if you're able to find out what kind of personality type you are, you can understand yourself, why you act the way you act, or some of the things that make you tick as a person, or some of the things that you can naturally gravitate towards. It's actually a pretty cool test. I think it lasts maybe 10 minutes or less. It also tells you what your relationship dynamic could be, and you're also able to research some people, some famous people who have similar personality traits as you, so you can learn from them. You can learn from their parenting skills, their relationship skills, their professional affiliations, political affiliations, things like that. So it definitely helps seeing someone like you, or someone who has certain qualities as you. So I definitely do recommend that every single person listen to this. I'm going to attach a link below. It's called the personality test, or Myers-Briggs personality test. There are a couple of personality tests out there, but I do prefer this one. I've taken it multiple times. I came out to be INTJ. So please, if you have the opportunity, you're definitely, you want to take control of your life, to be a better person, to understand your purpose and walk the path of being or fulfilling your purpose, your God-given, your divine purpose, I honestly suggest that you take the opportunity, take this opportunity and take the initiative to take this test. You'll be surprised what you can learn from yourself, about yourself rather. But I do suggest that whoever is taking this test, you have to be very honest. You have to answer the questions as honestly as possible. Only select things that truly applies to you, and not things that you wish to have. You have to be very honest about yourself, including some of the embarrassing qualities that you may be triggered during this path of self-discovery. You have to be as honest as possible. If not, it defeats the purpose. This goes to everyone, young and old, but especially young people again. Please make sure you surround yourself with people you want to be influenced by. It is very important that you're surrounded by people who you admire, people who look up to you, people who can inspire you, people who can motivate you as a person. It is extremely important. I think I remember hearing a saying that you are the average of 5 people you hang out with the most. Look at the 5 people you hang out with the most. Look at your phone. Look at your cell phone. Who are some of the people that you talk to the most? Who are some of the people you text the most? Who are some of the people you interact with the most? Is there any type of quality that they have that you don't necessarily admire, you don't really want to be part of? If you have a friend that you think is stupid and you consider that person a stupid person, more than likely you have an average or a fraction of that stupidity in you. So be extremely careful who you interact with. Be extremely careful who you let into your world. Be extremely careful who influences you, and make sure you go out there to seek them. Nothing is more sad than seeing a lot of young people who waste their times on the wrong people, wrong activities. And don't get me wrong, I haven't always been the way I am today. I came from a place of darkness. I've been through a whole lot of depression. I've had so much mental health issues that luckily none of them have killed me, and I've been able to get stronger. And even at that, I'm nowhere close to where I want to be, right? I've said some things that I don't mean. I've been to places that I'm not proud of. I've engaged in activities that I'm not proud of, but you learn and you grow. And I think it's very important that people do understand that your actions have consequences, and certain things once done cannot be undone. So in order for you to prevent certain things, it's very important that you're able to surround yourself with people who are influential in your life. Take the initiative to work on yourself. Don't seek relationships out of desperations. It is a complete turnoff. Don't seek relationships because you're bored, because you just want to say you have someone, because you just want to say you have a boyfriend or you have a girlfriend or you have a best friend. No. Seek genuine connections with the right type of people. Look at people around you. Look at the people you call friends. Look at the people you call family, right? What kind of characteristics do these people have that you want to inspire you? Are you inspired when you're with these people, or is the energy off? Is it awkward every time you hang out with these people, right? How are these people going to influence you and prepare you for your purpose, your greater purpose? What are those people's goals, and how are those kind of goals similar to yours? What are their direction? What are their structure? What are their support system? Are they supporting you in your journey? Those are some of the questions that you need to ask. And while you're going through this path of spirituality or self-reflection or understanding your sense of purpose, it is important that you give back as well. Teach your children, teach your young people to start the same process as well, but very early as well. Go back into your community. Like I said, there's too much hurt in this world, and there's always room to grow. Please find yourself. I'm still finding myself. I'm nowhere close to it, but again, nothing is more sad than seeing a bunch of young people who are just free balling through life. It is sad, it's embarrassing, it's a complete turnoff. I'm going to make sure to add some article links down below for anyone who wants to research more on the importance of purpose. But basically, again, purpose gives you a sense of clarity. You have a sense of direction. You feel complete. You feel accomplished. You don't have any sense of false ego. You don't have any sense of competition. You don't have the urge to look to your left or your right to see who is outdoing you or who you are outdoing. You don't have this pressure to want to impress anyone. You're literally living your life, and you feel 100% complete doing what you're supposed to do, what you are put in this world to. You feel very gratified. It enables you to live a value-based life. You live a life full of integrity, full of joy. You're very focused. You're very passionate. And you're able to put that passion. Have you ever heard the saying that if you work a job that you like, you never have to work for a day in your life or something like that? But yes, imagine if you're able to channel your passion into your livelihood. It would never feel like work. Again, like I said, the path of self-discovery is often painful and is often lonely. However, I do believe that every single one of us, we owe it to ourselves to find out ourselves. Again, it is extremely important that you discover who you are and learn how you can implement your purpose to the absolute fullest while having the right people around you to help reinforce that while giving back to the community as well. This is the end of today's episode on my new mini-series, Things You Should Invest In. If you enjoyed this episode, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, share with your friends and family. If you're on YouTube, check me out on Let's Talk About Us with Uche. Please make sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so that anytime I upload a video, you'll be able to be notified right away. And please visit my website at letstalkaboutus.org. Thank you very much, and I'll talk to you on the next episode.